There was a scholar of the law who stood up to test him and said, "Teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life?" Jesus said to him, "What is written in the law? How do you read it?" He said in reply, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your being, with all your strength, and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself." He replied to him, "You have answered correctly. Do this and you will live." This passage comes directly before the parable of the Good Samaritan, a story about who does the right thing and why. So let's pay attention to who the main characters are. We're going to have a Samaritan who's a racial outsider. They're somebody different than the Jews. They're somebody who are seen as less than the Jews. The Jews would be considered racist towards the Samaritans. But because he wished to justify himself, the man said to Jesus, "And who is my neighbor?" Jesus replied, "A man fell victim to robbers as he went down from Jerusalem to Jericho. They stripped and beat him and went off, leaving him half dead. A priest happened to be going down that road, but when he saw the man, he passed on the opposite side. Likewise, a Levite came to the place, and when he saw him, he passed by on the opposite side. But a Samaritan traveler who came upon him and was moved with compassion at the sight, he approached the victim, poured oil and wine over his wounds, and bandaged him. Then he lifted him up on his own animal, took him to an inn, and cared for him. The next day he took out 2 silver coins, gave them to the innkeeper with the instruction, 'Take care of that man. If you spend more than what I've given you, I shall repay you on my way back.' Which of these 3, in your opinion, was neighbor to the robber's victim?" He answered, "The one who treated him with mercy." Jesus said to him, "Go and do likewise." So, we have a story, right? Okay? And a Jewish man has been injured. And a Jewish priest and a Jewish man from the tribe of Levi walk by him and ignore him. They ignore this hurt, injured neighbor, countryman of theirs. Then we have a foreigner. We have someone who doesn't belong. He walks by and he does take care. Okay? So, please read that story again. Answer the questions. Submit your answers.